Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. This is Shikha Sambarkar and today our topic is Computer Systems and Organization Unit 1 Part 2 Types of Software. This video is helpful for class 11th students, those who have opted Computer Science and Informatics Practices as an optional subject, and other students also can watch the video, those who are interested in this computer field. So let's start our topic, Types of Software. First, here you can see the image. It's showing working hierarchy in a computer. Working hierarchy in a computer. At the center, you can see it is written there hardware. At the center, the circle is for hardware. And the second circle, it is written there system software. System software. And after installation of system software, there is a third circle, pink circle, that is application software. It means first, if you have hardware, CPU, disk, all the particular system, if you have assembled one particular system, one computer system, that means that is hardware only. And after installation of operating system, it means it is the second circle, that system software. You have installed system software, then after that you can install their application software. Application software means word processors, database, spreadsheet, graphic design and presentation software. So these are specific softwares which user can use. So this is the working hierarchy in a computer. You can see the image here, hardware, system software and then application software, and then user will use this system, your system. So this is the image. Now here again you can see two images. Both are the images related to this operating system, and left side you can see the image showing the same concept what we have discussed in the previous slide, that at the first level bottom side you can see hardware is written there. It means if you have a hardware, after that you can install their operating system, and after installation of operating system you can install application softwares, and after that user can use that softwares, application softwares. And right side image you can see the hardware, drive, keyboard, mouse, printer, monitor and applications. Application means just application softwares, apps, other things. So these all are working after installation of operating system. So this is very important concept here. Now here some points are given related to this. First, we all are aware about the term software. It represents the set of programs. Set of programs. Programs means we can say set of instructions. I have discussed about the term program in my previous video. You can watch the video. Program means simply set of instructions. And here it is written the set of programs. Software, it's a set of programs. That govern the operation of a computer system and make the hardware run. So simply we can say set of instructions means programs and set of programs means software. So these softwares are important as we have seen in the previous images. Now here there are two categories. Mainly there are two categories, system softwares and application softwares. First is system software. There are two parts again, operating system and language processor. And application software, it has four parts, packages, general application software. Second is utility programs or utilities. Third is customized software, or we can say business softwares. And fourth is developer tools. Under this we will discuss about libraries. So this is the concept here. Now we will talk about all this one by one. Here first is system software. System software. There are some points. First is a computer is only a machine. A computer, it's only a machine that knows nothing of itself. Rather, it requires instructions for each and everything it performs. These instructions are provided to it through software. So it is written here that without software, the computer is just a machine, nothing else. So the software that controls internal computer operations. The software that controls internal computer operations, for example, reading data from input devices, transmitting processed information to the output devices, checking system components, converting data or instructions to computer understandable form, etc., is known as system software. It means we can say the software that controls internal computer operations is called system software. System software which is used to control internal computer operations. And there are two types, operating system and language processor. So let's discuss about these two types. Here, first one type is operating system. Operating system. So here you can see two images, left side and right side. These images are showing the operating examples of operating system. Windows, Apple, Linux, BlackBerry, Android, and so many operating systems are here. And the famous one is Windows operating system. Windows, Apple, and Linux operating system. Here some points are given related to this operating system. You can see. First is an operating system is a program which acts as an interface between a user and the hardware. An operating system is a program which acts as an interface between user and hardware. User means we all are user, and hardware that particular machine, that system, computer. So this software, it acts as an interface between user and hardware. Second point is an operating system is an important component of a computer system which controls all other components of the computer system. Third is different types of operating systems are single user operating system, multi-user operating system, time sharing, real time, multiprocessing, and distributed operating system. So these are the types, and this is the we can say just to operate a system, this operating system is required. After the operating system, there is a second type of system software is language processor. Language processor in general we can say it's just like a translator. Translator which is used to translate from one language to another language. So here some points. It is a special type of computer software that can translate the source code into an object code or machine code. Now the question arises here, what is source code and what is object code? So source code, it refers to the program code written by a programmer in a high level language. High level programming language such as C, C++, Java, Python, etc. Source code, whatever we are writing, whatever code we are writing using these languages C, C++, Python, Java, that code is called source code. And object code, it refers to a code usually in machine language or binary code, a language that computer can understand easily and run on hardware. So object code we can say 0 and 1, machine language, that a system can understand, that a computer can understand easily. So that is called object code. So these language processors are used to translate the source code into object code or machine code. There are some types of language processor. First is assembler, second is interpreter, third is compiler. First one is assembler. Actually it is old one. This language processor converts the program written in assembly language into machine language. This assembler, this is a language processor, and this converts the program written in assembly language. It means it will convert assembly language into machine language. Second is interpreter. An interpreter is a type of system software that translates and executes instructions written in a computer program line by line or unit by unit. It means line by line instructions will be checked by this interpreter. In Java or Python, this interpreter works, and this interpreter checks the instructions line by line. Each line, the interpreter will check each one line and will show errors if errors are there. And a compiler is another type of system software that translates and executes instructions written in a computer program in one go. So this is the difference between interpreter and compiler. Interpreter will check the program line wise. It means each instruction line by line. and compiler will check all complete program in one go. If you are writing a program, then you have finished the program. After that, the compiler will check all the errors. But in case of interpreter, it will check line by line. While you are typing the program, it will check the instructions line by line. So this is the difference. Interpreter will check the program line by line, and compiler will check the program in one go. This is the difference. So after the system software, there is a second type of software, application software. So there are some points. First is, it is the set of programs necessary to carry out operations for a specified application. It means application software, we can say it is these application softwares for specific tasks. It is this type of software pertains to one specific application. For instance, a software that can perform railway reservation functions cannot prepare result for a school. It means if the software is for railway reservation function, it will not work while preparation result for a school. If you are preparing a school result, at that time the railway reservation software will not work. So we can say application software, it is the set of program, and it will perform a specific task. There are the programs written by programmers to enable computer to perform a specific task. It means it is this application software. These are the programs written by programmers for to perform a specific task. These are the application softwares. In general, we can say application softwares are the programs to perform a specific task, such as processing words, inventory control, handling calculations and figures, medical accounting, financial accounting, result preparation, railway reservation and billing, etc. So these are the specific these are the softwares for a specific purpose. And there are some types: packages, utilities, customized software, and developer tools. So let's see it one by one. First, here it is packages. Packages, as applications may be numerous from thousands to millions, it is not feasible to design software for each one of them. As we know, there can be numerous, we can say thousands to millions applications are there. So it is not easy to design software for each one of them. Rather, some general software are designed that may be used by individual users in the manner it suits their needs and requirements. Such general application software are known as packages. So we can say these are the general application softwares. And categories of general application softwares or packages are word processing software, spreadsheets, database management system, desktop publishing software, graphics, multimedia, and presentation application. So these are called packages, general purpose, general application softwares. Now, utility programs. Utilities are those application programs that assist the computer by performing housekeeping functions like backing up disk or scanning or cleaning viruses or arranging information, etc. Here some utilities are text editor, back utility, compression utility, disk defragmenter, and antivirus software. These are the utility softwares, utility programs. Now, customized software. Customized software, here we can say under this business software. This type of software is specifically created software according to a business requirement. This type of software is developed to meet the general requirements of a business. For instance, a company wants to computerize its accounts department and gets a software that can serve its needs. Such a software is a business software. There are some ready-made business softwares. inventory management system, payroll system, financial accounting, hotel management and reservation system, etc. These all are these are some ready-made softwares. But some companies prefer customized tailor-made software as per their specific requirements. These softwares cannot be directly installed at any other user's workplace, as the requirements of the second user may differ from the first user and the software may not fit in the requirements of the new user. So we can say some software engineers creates this kind of softwares for specific for to fulfill the specific need or requirement of a particular organization. Generally this is this softwares we can say business software. Some are available ready-made softwares, but some companies prefer customized software as per their specific requirements. So these are the concepts here. Now the fourth one type is developer tools. Developer tools, under this there is a term software library. It is a predefined and available to use suite of data and programming code in the form of pre-written code, functions, scripts, classes, etc. that can be used in the development of new software programs and applications. It means if you here some examples. Python comes equipped with many software libraries. You can say that these are supporting softwares for to create something, to do something advanced, some advanced features if you want to include in your Python. At that time you can use these libraries. Some of these are NumPy, SciPy, Panda. So this NumPy for numerical Python and SciPy for scientific Python. So developer tools means these are used just to develop that particular application, that particular whatever work you are doing. So these are the concepts here we have seen, all the types of softwares. I hope this video is helpful for you all. Thank you. Please like, share, comment and subscribe this YouTube channel presented by Shikha Sambarkar. Thank you.